Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now.
You sound like a hypocrite.
I'm an actual New York Times bestselling author.
Good for you.
I think you're a ridiculous bitch for even saying
Oh my God.
out of the way.
Jesus. With
Hello, everybody. Listen, I don't think I've ever been so excited to come talk about an episode because I remember when I used to do Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, like the first weeks of this season, I would tell y'all Tuesday nights are my favorite, and to this day, it's the same. Salt Lake City does not freaking disappoint. What in the world? This is one of the best seasons of television I've seen in my life. Let's get started, everybody. Welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 4, Episode 15. Wow. Okay, so this episode picks up right back in Bermuda, and it is day 3 of the trip. The ladies are waking up to another beautiful morning with a wonderful view. So they have some stuff to do, but it is still the morning, so Heather texts Monica and says if she wants to go on a walk, and Monica accepts, and they go. Heather apologizes for the way that she screamed at Monica the night before. Monica says that she was so thrown off by Heather's reaction, but Heather says it really started at the bus, but with Monica asking about Heather's daughter's sex life. So then for there to be another question about sex at the dinner, it felt like Monica was coming for her. And I think that any reasonable person with a brain will agree that those questions were ridiculous and unacceptable and not anything you should be talking about. Luckily, Monica has a little sense left in her mind and is able to apologize and says that she won't be asking anything of the nature anymore. Heather then brings up whether it's Meredith who is behind these DMs. Monica says that she doesn't know. She doesn't think that she would do that, but she probably would. And I think it was a Freudian slip because Heather says, wait, you would make a fake social media account and send yourself messages? And Monica tries to laugh it off, as if like, no, I wouldn't. But I think it's interesting that that even slipped up to begin with. But this DM is still a mystery, but Heather and Monica have made up for now, so that's good. Back in the room, Meredith is still feeling a little under the weather, and understandably so. She FaceTimes Seth and tells him last night was awful since they pretty much made her out to be the villain. Lisa screamed at her, and Heather was not very supportive. Seth says, don't let it get to you. Now this is a good husband and a great conversation they had. Take note, Juan Dixon. Whitney and Angie take advantage of the tennis court in the house and go throw some balls around. Angie and Whitney are talking bad about Meredith, and I really don't know what Whitney's problem is with Meredith. She's never liked her, but the way Whitney describes her is almost as if like Meredith were Voldemort. Like you would think she was the most evil person in the world. Like damn, she says Meredith doesn't take accountability. She calls her psychotic. She says that she has dissociative disorder. I mean, she even says that she doesn't want Meredith to be part of this group anymore. Whitney also says that it was crazy the way Heather reacted at the dinner, but Angie says that she understands why someone who came from a religious upbringing wouldn't want to mention things about their sex life. But again, I don't think it has anything to do with religion. I think it has to do with class and morals and values. But Whitney says that it's interesting that Heather doesn't want to talk about her sex life, but apparently has quote-unquote no problem talking about mine. According to Whitney, Heather mentioned something about a time Whitney did some photo shoot or something like that for Justin, and she says that it rubs her the wrong way. But then it is time for the group to get together and hang out. They are going on a boat, very nice boat. The last time they were on a boat was with Jen Shah, and Jen Shah threw Angie's shoes off. So right from the get-go, we can already see them trying to ice out Meredith, because none of them of the four were even with Meredith at all. Like Meredith was sitting somewhere by herself. They are taking some pictures, having some drinks. Of course, Whitney is already swinging from a damn pole like some koala. So Heather finally talks to Meredith. This is one of the problems with Heather. Stop bandwagoning. But Heather tells Meredith that everybody here thinks that your DM information about Angie came from you, and that you have a lack of emotion about it. Meredith says that she's still trying to process this whole thing because the times that she's been hanging out with Monica, Monica has been the one who has gotten the ball rolling. Monica is the one who introduced the idea about Angie being in the mafia, and after Monica presented the idea, Meredith got the DMs. So of course she asked Monica if she got the DMs as well, because it ringed similar to what Monica had presented. So it's clear here that Monica is the op. So Meredith gets Monica so they can talk and clear this up and explain what the hell is going on. Monica says, we talked about this. We talked about Angie, the mafia problems with her money. And Meredith says, you told me these things. Now, mind you, this is Monica and Meredith's private conversation. All of a sudden, we see the Wicked Witch of the freaking West get up and scream at the top of her lungs, stop lying, Meredith. You lie. You ruin people's families. Lisa Barlow was losing her natural mind. And Meredith is better than me. Because if it would have been me, it would have been the Titanic up in this B, okay? Lisa would have been like Jack. She would have been let go. Whitney's irrelevant behind also chimes in and says that she believes Monica because she sees the pattern. Angie then gets up in Meredith's face and says that she run the streets of Salt Lake City and that she don't got money problems. But Lisa kept antagonizing Meredith and says that she is the one who is behind the documents, and she even says that if any other documents were to appear, she would automatically know that it was Meredith. So Meredith says, I'm getting very pissed off, and walks away. This is ridiculous. They are icing her out and they are ganging up on her. Then the other ones start to have some fun, and Meredith finally sits down with Angie. Angie says that she is not a fraud, she's not dangerous. Meredith says that she doesn't think any of that, but based on the way that Angie has spoken to her, why would she ever want to talk to her? So she wants her to kind of understand that, but Meredith says that she does wish that there could be some sort of reset button. And Angie isn't as crazy as Barlow or Whitney, so she accepts it, and I'm glad that they made up. Then they get on their way back to the house, and on the Sprinter, it's clear that Meredith is trying her hardest to be on everyone's good terms, or at least the majority, because even though Lisa humiliated her just a few minutes ago, Meredith goes to sit next to her and shares that Brooks got a job at Ford and that Meredith knows that Lisa knows who she is, so they're like buddy buddy. It's crazy. Whitney then starts talking about her husband using his nose to go down there. It's disgusting, and again, Heather is a little uncomfortable. Then they get to the house and they shower, relax, and get ready before going out to have dinner. So Monica is getting ready and Whitney walks into her room. Monica says that she felt like she was at a different planet on their way back home, seeing Meredith and Lisa being on good terms. It really bothered her, and what that told me is that Monica's strategy is to divide and conquer. That's why she's very upset. It is then time for dinner, and damn, I really need to go to Bermuda. Like, it's really nice. They take pics and they are obsessed with selfies. They even shared how many selfies they have. I think Lisa had over 28,000. So they begin to order, and Heather shares that she had Bell's palsy, which is like when half of your face is paralyzed. I did not know that one, she had it, and that two, it could be cured, but she shares that. Also, Monica is sitting in front of Meredith and she's trying her hardest to get Meredith's attention and try to get Meredith to talk to her, but it is not working. So she finally says, Meredith, I'm feeling negative energy from you. You talked to Lisa and now you're mad at me. You won't even look at me. And Meredith says, well, yeah, I'm upset at you. And who wouldn't be, right? But Meredith isn't really feeding into it. She says she's forgiving Lisa because at this point, she has come to accept the fact that Lisa is just the way she is. They then start talking about kids. Lisa gets emotional about Jack leaving for his mission. So Whitney says they will continue to celebrate Monica's birthday, so they are going to celebrate at the oldest bar in Bermuda. They get there, it's pretty cool. It has a bunch of dollar bills stuck in the ceiling. They're taking a lot of pictures, they're ordering some drinks, and Angie wants to play a game, but everybody says, nah. Lisa then asks, who has read your book? Which, now that I think about it, is a very weird question to ask, but I think I know why. Because Heather says, it doesn't matter who read it, it matters who bought it. Then Whitney conveniently says that she read Heather's book recently, and that she finds it hypocritical that she would write about her sexuality. Heather says that she never did such a thing. All she did was write about an anecdote, which when they first met, Whitney hired her because apparently Heather used to be a photographer, and she hired Heather to take some sexual pictures of her. Heather says, "I never exploited your sexuality. What the hell?" She even took out the part of the book where Whitney was the one who took out her panties during the photo shoot. But Whitney, y'all, I'm telling y'all, there's something wrong with that girl. The demons on God, her child. We need an exorcism. I don't know if there's some witchcraft in Bermuda, but they need to go take Whitney, because something's going on here. It gets to the point where Heather gets up and she sort of shoves Whitney because it's ridiculous. Like, it's out of her mind. I mean, she probably should have just body slammed her, but she leaves the bar because she's upset, and Whitney starts to chase her and starts to scream at the top of her lungs again, and she's like chasing her. It's like the weirdest thing. Heather is trying to get away. She says, "Get away from me, you're drunk and you're crazy." But Whitney's saying, "You exploited my vagina, you exploited me, and you still want to body shame Monica?" I can't. Heather had to literally escape the premises to the point where they broke the fourth wall, and the producers had to go get her. That was the answer, guys. Whitney is something else. But then, you guys, next week is the season finale. And based on that preview, this is probably gonna be hands down, and I think I'm gonna say this, the best season finale of any freaking Housewives shows. Next week, the truth will come out. I think Heather will figure out that Monica has been suing her and that she's a fraud and that she's been lying. And it's going to be a bloodbath in that dinner. So I can't wait for that. But as far as this episode, you guys, let me know, what did you think about them trying to make Meredith the villain yet again? And what did you think about Whitney's weird outburst? Do you agree with her, or is she crazy? Let me know in the comments, you guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.